Had the full brief from the vet, and what's really interesting and revealing, I think, well, we all feel, is that, and it won't come as any surprise to regular viewers, I am having a change the trainer. Looking forward to seeing him. Maxie boy! He's in the field, and here Amy are coming in. There, it's carrot time. You all right? How you doing? Good to see you, mate. Boys, come to see you. You having a nice holiday? Some things never change. Still likes his carrots even on holiday. You right? Who's this then? Your new girlfriend? One thing's for sure, you don't need a lawnmower with Max about. It's good to see him enjoying his holiday. He's having that really important downtime, and like us all, we all need a break, don't we? You know, and I think horses sometimes they just need to forget about everything, just like we do when we go on holiday. And I have got some updates for you today. Some significant ones, I think, really. So I've actually just been away myself, having a break, and while I was away, I called on a vet to come and just have a look at Max. If you remember from my last video, I was saying that, as everyone knows, you know, the way Max's season was last year, I wasn't never really accepting of the excuses put up with ground and one thing and another, and wanted to have some investigation work with looking at a potential wind issue. So the first stage of that investigation has taken place. A vet came in and he just had a resting scope, so they put a camera down, and I've had the full brief from the vet. And what's really interesting and revealing, I think, well, we all feel, is that at rest, Max is displacing his soft palate, which in layman terms means that on several occasions, just when he was stood still, when they were looking, he's just displacing it and basically obstructing his airway. Now, if he's doing that at rest, what's he doing at full gallop? So what the scope done at rest is basically ruled out any real nasty stuff that the eye could see that potentially could put Max back if he needed to have an operation, because the operation are on tiers, and there's more serious ones would be off for 3 months, and then you've got soft palate ones that the turnaround can be a few weeks. Now, although the vet can't say for definite that Max has got a soft palate problem, because some horses do displace their soft palate at rest, but it does raise the suspicion that he might well have a little soft palate issue, which would explain why he wasn't finishing his races, if that is what the problem was. Because basically, when they come under pressure in a race, they just stop. It's like us. If you couldn't get enough oxygen when you're running, it's going to stop you, isn't it? So what's going to happen next is, when he goes back into full training, whoever that trainer will be, they will get him 75% fit, and then he's going to go off to someone called Ben Brain, who's an expert in this field. And what they will do is they will put all their equipment on him, and they will gallop Max when he's fit enough, and they'll be able to see exactly what's going on, and then we can determine what action needs to be taken, if any. But there is a strong suspicion now that we could well be looking that he had a soft palate issue, which, on one hand, you don't want your horse to have any issue, but on another hand, if it explains the mystery behind some of his performances last year, and it would make sense of why he would stop so quickly in his races, and I just, something has been off, and we're going to find out one way or the other. But that won't happen until he goes back into training. Now, you may have just heard me mention there that whoever the trainer may be, and also news that and it won't come as any surprise to regular viewers, I am having a change of trainer, and over the last few weeks I've been meeting with quite a few trainers, and I've narrowed that down to the final 3 now of who that is going to be. I just feel, in short really, that Max is going to benefit from being trained by a national hunt trainer, and he can be trained like a national hunt horse, and it's onwards and upwards. And I've really enjoyed meeting with the trainers, and what's really interesting is, without me even mentioning about any potential wind issue with Max, every single trainer I've met have all said sounds like he might have a wind issue. So if it is that, it's obviously disappointing that, you know, we've gone through the season with that, but we've got to, first of all, we've got to make sure that what we're dealing with before we can start being conclusive on that. But so that will be happening. So later in the year we're going to have a look, and hopefully I'll be able to get some videos together around some of that, but I'll keep you updated. And in terms of a new trainer, and please, in the comment section below, who would you like to see Max being trained by? Let us know and give us that thumbs up. It's so important to the channel, and lets me know that you're enjoying this content as always. So we'll see. I'm looking to appoint a trainer by roughly the beginning of June. And I'll update people as soon as that's been announced. You will need to be on the mailing list. There's a link down below. If you're not on the mailing list, it will be announced there first. It will be announced on YouTube, but much later in the year, before the season starts. So if you want to know the full who is going to be trained by, the full news and all of that, do sign up on our mailing list below. It's completely free of charge, and it will just keep you updated. But so a couple of, you know, significant developments there, but as I keep on saying, you know, I just don't accept that this was down to ground last year, his performance, because he went from a consistent horse to just not finishing his races, and I'm sure we're gonna find something here, and we can move forward, and hopefully with his new trainer he can bring him back for me, and it should be a great journey again. Plenty to look forward to. Speak to you soon. Right, I'm off. I'll come and see you next week. You two behave yourself in here.